Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I was minding my own business.
Okay.
Alright, and you're hearing on the phone here a ghost app. Pay attention to what's being said. This is the laboratory where Paranormal Busters conducts a lot of scientific tests. I was minding my own business. After a few tests, I got tired. I decided to leave the lab. I opened the door. Okay. And behind this door, right here, standing right here, have a good look. I don't know if he's going to appear again. Yes, I saw the ghost of George Floyd. I really don't care if you believe it or not. Really don't give a damn if you believe it or not.
Include.
Because what was done to him was unjust. His soul is not at rest. Say why? Because of what many people are doing in his name. We're going to hear from the man himself right about now. What he wants to say. He came to the trouble. He came to the trouble to appear to a paranormal investigator twice. Okay. First, I opened it. I was in shock. When I see ghosts, he was right here. I don't know if he's going to appear again. I have no idea.
Node.
I've waited a couple of weeks just because I've been very busy with life. And I couldn't identify. I actually couldn't identify George Floyd. I seen his face right here. He was just standing here with his arms to his side, and he looked very serious.
Listen.
His eyes were dark, and he had a big face. I couldn't identify him. I closed the door. I was like, oh my god, right? Alright, I'm tripping, right? So I opened the door. He's still there. I've never had a ghost appear twice in the same time. Now, I didn't have a camera. I mean, do you walk around with a camera, with a camera, POV camera on you? I don't, right? Officers do, right? But what that officer did to George Floyd, I read all the good books. The good books, the Holy Bible talks about officers and cops. They're instituted by God to keep the 10 Commandments, right? To uphold the law and justice. But what that officer did to George Floyd is unjust. And that officer, when his life passes away and he dies an old man, guaranteed he's going to hell. That was using the law to murder someone. You stepped on his neck with your knee and stuff. Man, you're done, buddy. Your life, enjoy the rest of your miserable life. You're not an officer. You were never an officer. There are real officers out there doing justice. You're done. Your life is over. That's all there is to it. Read the Bible. There's no forgiveness for you. You murdered a man unjustly. You're done. Now, why did George Floyd go to all this trouble to appear to Paranormal Busters? What does he want to say?
Center.
Okay. So we're going to go to the ghosts where I do my ghost sessions right now. And I don't know if... I couldn't identify George Floyd. I saw him. And the third time when I opened the door, he was gone. Then I went about my business. See, how do I see ghosts? Is it magic? How do they appear? I'm not sure how they're appearing. But I do know I've done some tests, and I could show you a machine. But I don't want to show you the machine because I've shown it in other videos. It's a special machine that changes the brainwave. Years ago, I changed my brainwave pattern to exactly like a person that's almost dead, at the point of death. That brainwave pattern. I set my brain to that, and it stayed like that. And I also set my brain waves to a state of sleep. You know, awake but yet asleep. You know, the dream state, those two patterns. And I yet sleep and awake, whatever. But one problem, I started seeing ghosts. So I've been seeing them ever since. My culture, where I grew up at, we take ghosts very seriously. If they go to the trouble to appear to you in a dream, a vision, or physically like George Floyd did, right? So you're like, oh, I can't see him. Hey, I don't know if he's going to appear again, all right? That's up to him if he wants to appear or not appear. He may have appeared to some of you. You ignored it. I ignored it for like 4 weeks. I couldn't identify the man. Yeah, I heard the news of protests in America and all this. I was like, yeah, protests. Okay, another guy died, right? I had no idea what was really going on, right? No disrespect intended, right? But then I heard a black. I asked
Plant.
my coworkers, okay, what's these protests about? They're like, oh, they killed. The cops killed a black man. I'm like, Jesus. Here we go again. Like, damn. What's with these officers? Don't they have training? Don't they have training? Like in my country, police officers have sensitivity training. They treat people with respect. They don't like step on
Tremor.
their neck and take their breath and life away. What the hell is that? The police need new training. That's all there is to it. And everyone that's been doing destructive
Heart.
things out there in George Floyd's name, how can his soul rest when you're destroying property and businesses and all kinds of things? And like there's even been deaths over his name. How can his soul rest? Anyway, he came to me. Now we're going to hear what he has to say. We're going to use limited technology that's acceptable in the paranormal community.
Time.
I don't know if he's going to talk or not. I have no idea. I don't really know what his voice sounds like. Maybe you guys do. Do I take this seriously? Very seriously.
Moss.
So, you don't think I'm putting my life at risk by doing these videos? Think I'm here to play Ghostbusters? No. My culture, when a ghost physically appears to you, you message. I can't message his family and be like,
Fire.
I don't know his family. I can't contact his family. Everything that's going on, I can't reach out to his family. So what does George Floyd want to say to the world? What does he want to say to all you guys doing things in his name that his soul can't rest? How do I know his soul can't rest? He's appeared to
Gently.
me twice. 2 times. Anyway, I couldn't identify him for like weeks, and then I heard about the news and protests
Note.
of a man that, they were having protests over a man that got killed in the States and such. I just wasn't paying attention to it. I was just busy working and doing life things, right? So what happens? I finally come across a magazine. There was a magazine at my job. And I'm like, oh my, that's
Nancy.
that's the face, man. That's who I saw. I told my coworkers that's who I saw. They know I'm into ghosts and stuff. They're like, yeah, whatever, right? Didn't believe me. Well, what proof do I have? Let's find out. The only proof I have is audio right now. Visual. Will he appear? I don't know.
Felon.
Whether you believe it or not, it's not my problem. Let's hear George Floyd. Will he talk? Now, I should have done this session right after he appeared to me. Okay? Then for sure I would have known he was here and I could have physically filmed him, but I was just like, when I cannot identify a person, I don't do sessions for the person.
Empty.
But I finally identified him. He had a big face. His hands were to the side. It was him. It's George Floyd. So, let's go do this session. Now, I could show you all the scientific stuff and tests and such, but we're not going to do that. So, I'm going to start calling out for George Floyd. George Floyd,
Store.
you appeared to me a couple weeks ago. Are you still around? Now, this is a mirror. When you shine your cell phone's light into the mirror, you may see things that should not be. George Floyd, are you here? Now we have paranormal equipment here on right now. Okay.
Dave.
And hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's turn this. It's already on. Scanning. So this picks up ghosts.
Unholy.
I'm not here to give you ghost lessons. I just want to hear George Floyd. Because it's been weeks that I've put this off. Let's turn up the volume. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Something's going on here. George Floyd? You want to stand in front of this mirror to be seen?
Idle.
Now, pause the video. This is up to him.
Dope.
ESP7 spirit box is scanning.
Cool, I can hear. Magic.
Yes, it's magic. It's science. George Floyd, are you here?
Grace.
And we got a candle here. A memory of George Floyd. You may have taken his breath away. You will never take his soul away. His soul lives forever.
T.
George Floyd, are you here? A few weeks ago, you appeared. I saw you. Did you stay around? Did you stay around here? Today's the day. I have time for you today.
Job.
Don't think.
What's your name?
Set.
Did you hear that?
Circle.
Did you hear that? Okay, hold on. I was going to use this device, but the battery's powered down. So I'm just going to use PSP7. George Floyd. This video will be seen by the entire world.
Think.
Keep watching. George Floyd, you can appear in front of this camera if you would like.
Players.
What is your name?
Did I say?
Can you identify yourself?
Purified.
Did you guys hear that? He said breathe. Uh-huh. George Floyd. Are you there?
Moon.
Are you here? Where are you? Where are you in the world? Are you in the world?
Sack.
Mr. George Floyd.
I wish you the.
Tide.
What do you want, George Floyd, what do you want to say to all the people in the world that have been protesting in your name? What do you want to say to them?
Uphold.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, sir. Tell the world what you want them to know. All the people that protested in your name. What do you want to tell them?
Censures.
Can you say
Yes.
can you say your name?
Can you hear me? Get off that.
George Floyd. Are you here? Can you appear in this mirror?
Black.
Yes, I know. I know your skin's black.
Yeah, got it.
George Floyd. Can you speak against
Dinner.
the injustice that was done to you? What do you want to say to the officer who did this to you? Are you here?
Train.
Online.
You guys pay attention. George Floyd. Are you here?
Speak.
Are you speaking? You can speak through this device.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Sorry, I only want to speak with George Floyd.
Smell.
George. George?
Why we?
Become.
Why the reason? Well, you're the one that appeared to me, man. What do you want to say to the world? I'll put this video on YouTube for you. George? Floyd.
Bend.
Are you here? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to switch the... I'm just doing something important. So we can hear George.
Person.
It's related.
You guys keep listening. Is George?
Dead.
He's dead? Yeah, we know. The whole world knows this.
Nail.
You guys listening? Hold on, I'm about to pick up the camera. Hold on.
Tool.
George Floyd, where are you in the afterlife? What's going on?
Horse.
George Floyd?
Reopen.
Alright then.
Are you here? Again, he said breathe. Oh my god. That's twice. You guys pay attention.
20.
20. Holy fudge. Over $20, officer. You killed a man over $20. You notice how the spirits know that?
Afterlife.
Yeah. George Floyd. Are you here? Now I'm gonna set this to very
Radio.
cool radio, huh? Is this you, George?
Blacklife.
Yeah, well,
Settled.
you can talk through this radio. Are you here? Can you appear on camera if you want? Yeah, it's your choice, man. I saw you. People are not going to believe me. I don't really care. But you speak whatever you want to say. Speak up if you want to.
New.
Okay.
Okay. George Floyd. I saw you. I saw you twice. I saw you. Why are you appearing outside my door? Like,
Sacred.
Okay. What you want us to say? What you want to say to the world? I'll put this on YouTube for you.
Feeling like
Okay.
Cancer.
so magic.
George, are you here?
Use.
George Floyd. There's millions of people worldwide that remember you. And they paid you respect. And they
Suit.
Where are you in the afterlife?
Cute.
George?
I'm proud.
George Floyd?
Keep the up.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna. We will review this on other videos. I will be doing more sessions with. This is not powered right now. Okay. It just
Them.
sometimes things don't go according to plan. Right. But we're gonna do more sessions for George Floyd. All right. I don't know if I'm picking up his voice. I don't really know his voice, so I can't say if it is or isn't. You pay attention. All I know is that he appeared to me, and whatever the man wants to say. George, whatever you want to say, you go right ahead.
Crops.
If there's something you want, your family is going to watch this, your friends are going to watch. Damn, I talked.
Lupita.
No. George Floyd. I only give permission to George Floyd to speak. Is that understood?
Mason.
George Floyd, are you here?
Fuzzy.
Now, pay attention. Okay, I'm gonna switch this. George Floyd, you died in America.
Easy.
Is this you? Let me turn up the volume. This could be him. I don't know. I don't know. No, my face, I'm out of shot, so. George Floyd, if you want to be seen by the world, just stand here.
This is man.
Instead.
Okay, George,
Through.
you appeared to me a few weeks ago, after your passing.
Simon.
You know, so. Okay. What do you want to say to the officer who took your life?
Shoes. Today.
George?
Team.
Are you here? ladies and gentlemen, George Floyd has passed away.
Key.
This is in honor of his soul. Now let's turn on PSP7 Spirit Box to a regular
Gouge.
scanning method. Hold on. I don't know if this is him. I know it appeared to me. Let's see what he wants to say. It's gonna get noisy, but we're gonna use the traditional way, and then I'll do
Rhythm.
more sessions for him. Especially if he appears again, I'll do a lot of sessions for him. All right, but I want to do one more session after this for him.
Adjective.
Properly, because I'm not ready right now. This is just how timing is going. Okay, scan it. And scan it.
Students.
And okay, turn up the volume. .500 milliseconds.
Wishing.
This is shortwave radio. That means anywhere in the world a ghost may be. He may be here. Wherever George may be in this world physically, this will pick him up via science. And it's sunny outside, so it'll pick up the radio waves.
Factories.
George Floyd, are you here? Some of this is radio. Some of it is not.
Near.
Cancel what? Okay. There we go. He's laughing. Did you hear that? Sounds like him. See, I've only heard one voice
Trail.
of him. I actually saw today his interview, just so I can identify his voice, but I'm not too sure how his voice sounds like. I only heard that scene where the officer did it to him.
Harriet.
George, to hear his voice, didn't want to see it happen. George Floyd. You guys listen to that. George? George Floyd. That's how I saw him, like this.
Kathy.
Dark eyes, like this. Right at that door. When I opened the door, he was still there, with his hands to his side. That's how I saw him, like this. So I didn't see him clear like this. Okay. I saw him like this is what he looked like that,
Hi.
like this. Dark eyed. See, now I see why he was dark eyed. He's got a big brow that covered his eyes. Okay, I get it.
Answer.
George. George Brown. George Brown. Sorry, George Floyd. Why did I say George Brown? Strange. Sorry, buddy. Said your name wrong. George, are you here? And he said, "Enjoy the weekend." Did you hear that? It's the freaking
Radio.
weekend. It's actually the weekend. Yeah, you know what I'm doing. George Floyd, you sound really
Fine.
good. I'm really surprised by hearing you. Is this you?
Club.
George Floyd. How did you die? What?
Guess.
George Floyd. What? What do you want to say to the people worldwide that remembered you?
We're gonna find.
Soldier.
He's more. Market some.
George Floyd.
Mad.
Are you here?
Badly long. Somehow.
Somehow? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to use a special code. So it's more quieter. Because we're having good success with this mode. George.
Ghost.
Now in these ghost apps, I have spirits around that they identify who's around, and they said ghost. Alright, there's a ghost here. George Floyd, are you here?
Cook.
Hello? George Floyd. Keep that light on.
Grandfather.
Okay. This candle's here for you, George. And if you want to peer, go right ahead on the mirror. Want the world to see you? Go right ahead. Tell them that your soul lives on. You want to tell them your soul lives on?
Fast.
George Floyd.
Search.
Yeah, I see it. Are you okay in the afterlife?
Yeah.
George Floyd, are you okay in the afterlife?
Supper.
82.
Now, he just said someone's name. You might know him. I mean, he might have said your name. It sounds like someone that he knows.
Basement.
George Floyd. You want to say anything to your family members? Go right ahead.
Pen.
Is there anything you want to say to your family? Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. George? Just talk right
Rain.
here. Just speak right here. Do you want to say? Do you want to say anything to your family?
Relics.
George Floyd. Are you here?
Breaker.
Just gonna leave this down.
He's here.
He's here. Okay, his picture went off on the phone. Okay. So one of the ghosts, the lady said that he's here. George Floyd, are you here? I saw you a few weeks ago, man. So, what do you want to tell the world?
Adultery.
Now, these spirits are going to call out certain things because they're identifying some people that are watching this. So pay attention. George Floyd. Are you here? Can you say your name?
Nancy.
Hey. I know it's you. I know it's you, George. You guys heard some ghosts laughing? Now there's other ghosts that come around here. Why are they laughing?
Lesser.
George Floyd. Are you alone? George Floyd, what were you doing before you passed away?
Captain.
Yeah, G.
Touch.
George Floyd, if you're here, this candle's for you. This light's for you to remember you. It's a memory of you.
Murder.
Yeah, Roger.
George Floyd, what do you want to say to all the people in the world, men and women, who went out and protested and rioted
Turn.
in your name? What do you want to say to them?
Enough.
Hello? I heard you. I heard you, Floyd. Yeah, I know you're here. You can say, I'll leave this right here for you.
Battery.
I'll leave this right here. You can talk right here. You want me to hold it? See, you gotta remember, some people put it on the floor, put it up to the person's mouth. So it's basically a microphone. Sorry, George. Here you go. You're a tall man. Here you go.
Alphabet.
Is there anything you want to say? If you want to say anything at all. Are you okay in the afterlife?
Yike.
Jam.
Do I know why? No, I don't know why it happened to you. I have no idea what happened to you, but why did they do this to you?
Well,
George Floyd. Can you say your name? Identify yourself?
Cannot.
Why can't you say your name? George?
Fresh.
Floyd. Let's try the normal method.
Crossover.
Hold on.
Green.
George?
Market 80.
Are you here?
Gender.
You gotta remember, George has never used. He's never used this equipment before, so making it as easy as possible. George Floyd.
The dancers.
What?
They.
George. George Floyd.
Yes.
Floyd. Did you hear that? George, can you
Great
say?
start.
Yo, can you say your name?
Hello to
Are you okay in the
Rhythm.
afterlife? You hear that? Laughing. He's laughing. Did you hear that? That's right, officer. That's right, officer.
I do.
You don't believe in ghosts, officer? Yeah, start believing. Should never have taken any man's life.
Multiple.
George Floyd.
Always that.
to it.
Ground.
George Floyd?
Open.
Are you here? I heard. Yeah,
Medium.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, not.
Did you appear to me? I seen you.
Drift.
Can you? George Floyd. I saw you. Now this video will be.
Mayor.
Hey, hey,
Bit.
is this your voice? Can you say something to identify yourself?
Consider.
Convention. Back and read. Start going.
Start
Radio.
George. Now we'll be conducting a session with full speech devices for George.
People.
Now there's other spirits here, other ghosts. George Floyd, are you here? Do you hear that? Far away.
Tilde.
You're trying? Anyway, you come visit anytime. Anytime you want the world to hear you. You're welcome, man.
Run.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget George Floyd.
Sultry.
And
Okay, I'll end it. Bye, George.
Fire.
Bye, George. Rest with the angels, my friend. Easy. Later, man.
I'll be back.
You'll be back? I'm here for you.
Palatine.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember George Floyd. You just heard him. Bye, George. Visit
Follow.
soon. Goodbye. Now do you believe?